大家好，我来喽。I'm your Chinese friend Nora. Welcome to the first day of our class. Let's kick things off with a super catchy word, 卧槽. Now, 卧槽 is a Chinese expression that's basically like saying holy shit or oh my god in English. It's used when you are shocked, amazed, or just completely blown away. Let's see what today's class is were about. First up, we're going to learn how to express astonishment in Chinese. And then we're also going to sneak in a little culture. Ever heard of the Chinese chess? 中国象棋 or the phrase Chu River, Han border. It's a classic cultural reference tied to history and strategy. I know that you're wondering what on earth does 卧槽have to do with Chinese chess? Stick with me and you'll find out by the end of the lesson. Alright, let's say how Chinese people use 卧槽 in daily life. It's like holy shit or oh my god, as I have explained. Depending on the context, 卧槽 can mean many different emotions. First, 卧槽 can show that you are shocked. Imagine this. Yesterday, your best friend was complaining with you about her ex-boyfriend, but today, she's back together with him. This is the right moment to say, 卧槽, are you serious? Next, it can also show anger. You've been waiting in line at the shop for hours, and it's almost your turn, but then the clerk says, sorry, we're closed. Then, it's time to shout, 卧槽. Third, it can show excitement. Let's say that your favorite band is coming to your city and you got one ticket. You would just scream, 卧槽, this is amazing. Number 4, it can also show confusion. Imagine this, you really messed up at work. Maybe you even broke something, but instead of firing you, your boss gives you a promotion and a raise, and you would be like, 卧槽, what? Next, 卧槽 can also show happiness. For example, you buy a lottery ticket just for fun. You never expect to win. But suddenly, you win a big prize. You would just say, 卧槽. And finally, 卧槽 can even mean that you're speechless. Let's say that you have a French friend who is always late. So today you arrived 20 minutes late on purpose to match his vibe. But surprisingly, he's on time today, waiting for you, making fun of you, and you would just sigh, 卧槽. Alright, now you've learned 卧槽, let's look at some other common ways Chinese people react when they are surprised, shocked. These are everyday expressions that you can use all the time. We will go through them one by one and you can repeat after me. Alright, first one. 哎呀妈呀. 哎呀妈呀. 哎呀 means oh. 妈呀, ma means mom. 妈呀 can be translated into my. So it's like oh my. For example, 哎呀妈呀, I forgot my keys at home. 哎呀妈呀. Repeat after me, please. 哎呀妈呀. 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 Second one. 我的天哪 or just 天哪. 我的天哪. 天哪. 我 means I. 的我的 means my. 天 refers to the sky or the heaven. 天哪. 我的天哪. For example, 我的天哪, she's so pretty. Repeat after me. 我的天呐，我的天呐，我的天呐，天呐，天呐。Next one, 我靠 or just 靠。我, as we have explained, it means I. 靠 is a slang. It expresses surprise, anger, or frustration. For example, 靠, I can't believe he did that. Repeat after me, please. 我靠，我靠，靠，靠。Next. 哎呀我去，哎呀我去 or 我去，我去。哎呀 as we have explained, it means oh. 我 means I. 去 here it means go. It's a slang. It expresses emotion like damn. So I give you an example. 哎呀我去 I left my wallet at the cafe. 哎呀我去 or 我去 I left my wallet at the cafe. Repeat after me, please. 哎呀我去，哎呀我去，我去，我去。Did you know that 卧槽 might actually come from Chinese chess? The phrase 卧槽马 literally means lying horse in a trench, and it describes the horse's position and the tactical potential on the board. Let's learn a little bit about Chinese chess. It is one of the most popular traditional board game in China. You can often see some Chinese uncles or Chinese grandpas playing it in either parks or on the street. So it's not an indoor activity. Or you can also play it indoor, but you often see them playing it outside. And normally they will be surrounded by curious onlookers, and sometimes they even debate strategies really loudly. The word Chinese chess is called xiangqi, and the word xiang can mean elephant, but does Chinese chess have something to do with the animal elephant? Well, it's really complicated. Some people say yes, and some people say no. The origin of Chinese chess, or xiangqi, have many different versions, and today I will introduce two of them. The first one, the Yellow Emperor, 皇帝. According to an ancient book from the Northern Song Dynasty, the Chinese chess comes from military strategies. During the Yellow Emperor's battles, he used wild animals in his formation. The word xiang means strong beast, and it is a symbol of power. So in this story, the chess pieces represent real battles forces. Next one, the second origin it has something to do with Shun and his brother Xiang. The legend said that the sage emperor Shun had a half-brother named Xiang, who is very lazy and playful, and this brother Xiang invented a game just for fun, which eventually became Chinese chess, 象棋. So the Xiang actually comes from his name. So whether you believe it's from a military strategies were a playful invention by a lazy prince named Xiang. Chinese chess has a fascinating history. And you've probably seen this on a Xiangqi board in the middle. You can see the characters called 楚河汉界. It actually has an interesting story behind it, and it connects the game to real history. So long ago, after the fall of Qing dynasty, China was in chaos. Many leaders fought for power. Two of the strongest were Xiang Yu, the brave general of Chu, and Liu Bang, who would become the founder of the Han dynasty. Chu and Han. They fought many battles across the land. One of the most famous campaigns was the battle for the control of the Central Plains, where the two armies faced each other across a river. So this river became a symbol of the line between the two sides, the Chu River and the Han border. To honor this historic struggle, the game of Chinese chess, Xiangqi, was designed with a river in the middle of the board. One side represents Chu, the other side represents Han. And the river separates their armies. Each piece represents a real warriors or strategies used in wars. When you play Xiangqi today, or crossing the river with your pieces feel like sending your soldiers into enemy territory. But here's the interesting part. The game was not invented during the Chu-Han Wars. Its origin is actually much earlier than that. The Chu River and Han border was added later as a symbolic reference, reminding the players of history, strategy. So basically, you can say that it was invented later, added into Chinese chess later. Alright, let's do a quick review of today's greetings. Here is a quick tips for the colors. Blue test, you should try to speak it. And for the orange one, you just need to know what it means and think of the blue as your speaking practice, orange as your brain exercise. Repeat after me, please. 卧槽,卧槽,卧槽。哎呀妈呀,哎呀妈呀,哎呀妈呀。我的天呐，我的天呐，我的天呐，天呐，天呐，天呐！我靠，我靠，我靠，靠，靠，靠！哎呀我去，哎呀我去，哎呀我去，我去，我去，我去！象棋，象棋，象棋！楚河汉界，楚河汉界，楚河汉界。Time for a quick culture review. Here's the question. Think about it and type your answers in the comments. In China, your Chinese friend Nora invites you to play Xiangqi. Remember, it's the Chinese chess. Which of the following statements are correct? Is it A, it's an indoor game that you will not see people playing outside? Or B, it can be played outdoors in parks or on streets? C, the middle river 楚河汉界is to honor a historic struggle. Or D, the game is very modern and was invented in the 20th century. I'll give you the answers in the next class, so do not miss it. Thanks for joining me today. If you had fun and want to learn more Mandarin, internet slang, and Chinese culture, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and I see you next time. Bye.